Feeling forgetful or mentally foggy after 60? You're not alone, and you're not fading. Let's bring clarity back, one step at a time. Let's be real. When your brain doesn't feel sharp, everything feels harder. You forget why you opened the fridge. You can't recall what you were about to say. You lose your train of thought, mid-sentence, with someone you love. And deep down, it starts to mess with your confidence. Because you used to be clear, focused, fast. Now, you feel slower, foggy, like your brain is walking through molasses. But what if I told you it doesn't have to stay this way? What if the food you eat every day could begin clearing the fog? Not with medication or drastic diets, but with real delicious ingredients. Today we're diving deep into the world of brain-friendly foods, especially for those over 50. Because no matter your age, your brain is still hungry for nourishment, for support, for clarity. And the kitchen? It might just be your most powerful medicine cabinet. Let's begin. Joanne was 62 when she first noticed the change. It started small. She'd walk into a room and forget why. She'd reread the same paragraph in her book twice. She started avoiding social events because it felt harder to keep up with conversations. At first, she blamed stress, then sleep. But deep down, she was scared. Was this the beginning of the end? One morning, as she sat at her kitchen table, she stared at a bowl of cereal and realized something strange. She hadn't eaten a fresh vegetable in 3 days. She couldn't remember the last time she had a piece of fruit that wasn't in a muffin. Her meals had become convenient, fast, processed. So she did something she hadn't done in a long time. She went to the farmer's market. She filled her basket with blueberries, walnuts, kale, salmon, eggs, avocado. No fancy plan, just real food. And something surprising happened. Within 2 weeks, Joanne started waking up more alert. Her thoughts felt smoother, her energy steadier. She could follow conversations without anxiety. She laughed more. She remembered more. Her brain felt like it was waking up. All from food. Let's talk biology in plain English. Your brain weighs about 2% of your body, but it uses over 20% of your daily energy. It's a hungry machine, and what you feed it matters. Here's how. 1. Your brain is made of fat, and it needs healthy fats to stay sharp. Omega-3 fatty acids, especially DHA, are key components of brain cells. They keep cell membranes flexible, allowing neurons to talk clearly. A diet low in omega-3s equals fog, forgetfulness, even depression. 2. Your brain thrives on glucose, but not from sugar. Refined carbs and sugary snacks spike blood sugar, then crash it, causing brain fog. But steady, slow-releasing carbs from fruits, oats, and sweet potatoes fuel your brain like a hybrid engine. 3. Your brain depends on antioxidants to fight inflammation. Oxidative stress damages brain tissue, especially the memory center, hippocampus. Antioxidants, like those in berries, greens, herbs, clean up the damage and keep your mind younger. 4. Your brain is connected to your gut. The gut-brain axis is real. 90% of serotonin is produced in the gut. A healthy microbiome yields better mood, memory, and even clearer thinking. Translation: when you feed your brain what it needs, it responds quickly. And the best part? You don't need extreme diets. You don't need to count macros. You just need to eat like your brain matters. The top 10 brain-boosting foods. After 50, you don't need a perfect diet, but you do need key nutrients that support your brain. Here are 10 of the best brain-boosting foods to prioritize after 50. 1. Blueberries. Often called brain berries, they're packed with antioxidants that reduce oxidative stress and boost communication between brain cells. 2. Fatty fish, like salmon, sardines, mackerel, rich in omega-3s that form the structural fat of your brain. Regular consumption improves memory and protects against decline. 3. Walnuts, and the only nut with significant omega-3 content. Plus, they resemble little brains. A handful a day supports cognitive flexibility and mood. 4. Avocados. Rich in healthy monounsaturated fats, they improve blood flow to the brain and are loaded with lutein, which boosts learning and memory. 5. Dark leafy greens, like kale, spinach, collards, full of folate, vitamin K, and lutein. Studies show people who eat greens daily have brains 11 years younger on average. 6. Eggs, especially the yolk, which is high in choline, essential for memory and neurotransmitter function. Don't fear the yolk. 7. Turmericin. Its active compound, curcumin, crosses the blood-brain barrier and reduces inflammation. Add to soups, stews, or tea. 8. Pumpkin seeds. Packed with zinc, magnesium, copper, and iron, all crucial for healthy brain function and stress resilience. 9. Green tea. Contains L-theanine, which increases alpha brainwaves for calm alertness, plus a modest dose of caffeine for focus. 10. Dark chocolate, 70% or higher. Flavonoids improve blood flow to the brain, enhance mood, and support memory. You don't need to eat them all every day, but rotating these foods into your weekly rhythm can transform your mind over time. In the next section, let's explore what to avoid, the foods that silently sabotage your clarity without you even noticing. Foods that drain your brain, it's not just what you eat, it's also what you avoid. Certain foods quietly sabotage your clarity, mood, and focus, even if they look normal. Let's walk through the most common brain-draining foods to limit after 50. 1. Refined sugars, found in cookies, pastries, cereals, and sweetened drinks. They cause energy crashes, brain fog, and long-term memory problems. 2. White bread, pasta, and rice. These spike blood sugar, inflame your brain, and contribute to insulin resistance, even without tasting sweet. 3. Processed meats, like deli meats, bacon, hot dogs, high in nitrates and preservatives that have been linked to cognitive decline and mood swings. 4. Fried foods, guys, especially deep-fried items and vegetable oils. They contain trans fats and advanced glycation end products, AGs, that damage brain cells. 5. Excessive alcohol. Occasional wine is fine, but regular or heavy drinking shrinks brain volume and slows communication between brain cells. 6. Artificial sweeteners, like aspartame, sucralose. They confuse your brain's reward system and have been shown to impair memory and learning. 7. Highly processed packaged snacks. Think chips, crackers, shelf-stable muffins. These are often loaded with seed oils, sodium, and brain-irritating additives. 8. Excess salt. Too much sodium, especially from packaged soups, sauces, frozen meals, can reduce blood flow to the brain. You don't need to be perfect. But reducing these foods, even by 30–50%, creates space for more clarity-supporting nutrients to do their job. As one nutritionist said, every bite is either building your brain or breaking it down. In the next section, we'll design a full day of eating that supports mental clarity, morning to night. Part 6. A full day of brain-boosting meals. Knowing which foods help or harm your brain is powerful, but applying it daily? That's where the magic happens. Here's a full sample day of eating designed to boost focus, memory, and mental energy, especially after 50. Breakfast. Fuel the brain. Early cha. What to eat? 2 eggs, boiled or scrambled in olive oil, 1 slice of whole grain or sourdough toast, half an avocado, sliced, handful of blueberries. Green tea or black coffee if tolerated. Why it works. Eggs equals choline for memory. Avocado equals healthy fat for steady energy. Blueberries equals antioxidants. Green tea equals calm alertness. Result: sharp focus and stable energy to start your day. Lunch, midday, mental support. What to eat? Grilled salmon or chicken. Large salad with kale, spinach, walnuts, olive oil dressing, quinoa or sweet potato. Glass of water with lemon. Why it works. Salmon, it's omega-3s. Greens equals folate, plus brain protection. Quinoa equals slow carbs for sustained clarity. Result: mental stamina without afternoon fog. Snack, light, smart, satisfying. What to eat? Greek yogurt with cinnamon, small handful of pumpkin seeds, herbal tea like ginger or turmeric. Why it works. Yogurt equal protein plus gut health. Seeds equal zinc, magnesium. Cinnamon equal helps stabilize blood sugar. Result: calm, nourished mind between meals. Dinner, winding down, not slowing down. What to eat? Stir fry with mixed veggies, broccoli, bell peppers, garlic, tofu or lean protein, brown rice, cup of chamomile or reishi tea. Why it works. Veggies yield fiber plus antioxidants. Brown rice yield gentle fuel. Herbal tea yield promotes rest plus brain detox overnight. Result: clear thinking into the evening plus better sleep. Final tip: try eating within a 10–12 hour window to support brain metabolism, and stop eating 2 to 3 hours before bed for best clarity the next day. Now let's look at real habits, the daily rituals that train your brain to stay sharp for the long run. Brain-boosting habits beyond food is the foundation, but daily habits are the fertilizer. Even the best diet won't fully protect your brain if your lifestyle is working against it. Let's explore powerful, research-backed habits that complement your nutrition and build long-term clarity. 1. Daily movement, especially mornings. Just 20–30 minutes of walking, light stretching, or yoga each morning increases blood flow to the brain and activates your memory centers. It also boosts BDNF, a compound that acts like miracle grow for your brain cells. Try this, a brisk walk right after breakfast with sunlight on your skin. Act 2. Morning sunlight exposure. Sunlight within 1 hour of waking helps regulate your circadian rhythm, which in turn improves sleep quality, focus, and mood. It also helps synthesize vitamin D, critical for brain and immune health. Try this. Open a window, step outside with your tea or coffee, and face the light for 5 to 10 minutes. 3. Mindful stillness. Meditation, prayer, or quiet reflection calms the overactive mind, lowers cortisol, and builds cognitive resilience. Even 5 minutes a day can reshape neural pathways toward more clarity and less stress. Try this. Sit quietly, focus on your breath, or use a guided meditation app designed for seniors. 4. Protecting your sleep window. Sleep is when your brain clears waste and consolidates memory. Without it, fog creeps in, no matter how well you eat. Try this. Keep a consistent bedtime. Avoid screens 1 hour before sleep. Finish eating at least 2 hours before bed. 5. Social connection. Conversations, laughter, shared meals. They stimulate language, memory, and emotional regulation centers in the brain. Loneliness is neurotoxic. Connection is neuroprotective. Try this. Call someone you love, even just to say hello. These habits aren't extreme. They're gentle, sustainable, and remarkably effective. Pair them with brain-healthy food, and your mind will thank you. Now let's wrap up with the bigger picture. How to make this your new lifestyle, not just another diet trend. Final words, you can reclaim your clarity, so here's the truth. You're not stuck. You're not broken. And you're not too old to start nourishing your brain. The fog you've been feeling, it's not the end. It's a message. Your brain is asking for support, not punishment, not panic, not perfection. And now, you know how to give it that support. With berries and greens, with walnuts and water, with sunshine and laughter, with movement and stillness, with connection, with kindness, with patience. It's not about changing your whole life in one day. It's about showing up for your brain, one meal, one breath, one mindful moment at a time. And if you slip, that's okay. Because this isn't a diet, it's a return. To clarity, to care, to the version of you that feels fully present again. So take a deep breath. Choose one new habit to start today. Maybe it's a blueberry breakfast, maybe it's a 5-minute walk, maybe it's just drinking water before coffee. That's enough. And when you're ready for more, come back. We'll be here, helping you nourish the mind. One bite, one breath, one step at a time. Drop a comment. I'm feeding my brain, starting today. Subscribe for weekly videos on brain health, energy, sleep, and healing after 50. You deserve to feel clear again. And now you can.
Thanks for spending time with us today. We hope this video gave your mind a little more clarity and your heart a little more hope. Remember, your age is not your limit. It's your power. Right pointing finger, subscribe for weekly videos on brain health, energy, sleep, and the daily habits that help you thrive for life.